is the final outcome of my crochet braid experiment. So I've never done this before, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I am impressed with myself, and it's amazing. It's like, if you really want to do something, just learn how to do it. There's nothing stopping you, and just do it. And YouTube, there's so many things you can learn on YouTube. I was inspired by my cousin, who she learned how to do her hair, and she didn't know how to cane row, she didn't know how to do single braids or twists, but she learned all that on YouTube. And I saw her at the wedding on the weekend, and her hair looked absolutely fabulous. So I thought, you know what, I'd give it a go, and this is the outcome. I'm very impressed. Obviously, with anything, as you learn something, you'll get better in time. And I think, do you know what, when I was using this bad boy, sometimes my hair would get caught, and when it got caught, it was like, Lord of mercy, like getting juked with that in your scalp, and then get your hair getting hooked with that. Yeah, so after a while I got used to it, and yeah, it was pretty easy to use. But at some points, you know, if I was distracted, you know, not gonna lie, my eye was on the TV or the computer, my hair would get caught up in this little hook. Anyway, enough of this talk. Yeah, so the knots that I used was the 2-strand knots. So near the back, where it didn't really matter if it blended in with my hair or not, because I've got my actual hair left out, which are, if I was to have my hair up, for example, when I go to the gym, it will cover the knot, so it wasn't such a big issue to use the single knot, I believe, for the back. But near the front of my head, so where I wanted it to blend in with my natural hair, I used a single twist. And I tried to do an example, but I don't think you could properly see it. But there's so many videos, amazing videos on YouTube that shows you the difference between the single strand knot and the double strand knot. But I tried to not have too much of the hair, the bulk of the hair at the back, because I didn't want it to knot, because I know the nature of synthetic hair. This is synthetic hair. If you have too much, like for example, when I've bought synthetic wigs, when it's too much at the back, because it's where you sweat, it's where it gets hot, you know, where the friction is as well, the bulk of it will tend to knot. But I don't know the nature of this hair, this brand. It's my first time, so it's just trial and error. I'll just see. But I tried not to have so much hair at the back, so I use like a double finger, 2-finger gap between each hair that I attach to the cane row at the back. And yeah, and I for example, I separated, so the hair started off like this, and what I would do is I would separate it, and so near the front I would have hair as thin as this at the front, so it would blend in with my own hair. But I got, say, it comes like this. This is like 1 strand from the packet. What I do is I carefully separated it into 2, and I would place it at the back. And as I got further at the top, I could then split 1 into 4, and instead of halving it, I would then quarter it. So I would get the half, and then I will fold that into half, so that I would create the layers. So the shorter pieces, I didn't actually cut it to achieve the shorter pieces, I just folded the half into another half again, so essentially a quarter. And if you don't want it as frizzy, I personally like it frizzy, but not too frizzy, because I think for day to day, you know, because I work out, I don't want it too big. But say if I'm on stage and just rocking the pavements like it's my personal catwalk, I do like it big. but the more you kind of manipulate it, and the more you kind of, when you first crochet your hair, you don't want to pull it too much or finger comb through the curl too much to make it frizzy, unless that's your desired look. But I personally quite like having the curls, a combination of curl and the frizz. Yeah, so it's more afro hair, and it's very similar to my own hair texture. So I've left the front of my hair out, and the desired look was to have a side part or a center part, or if I just wanted it pushed back, I could like blend in my own hair with it. So as you can see, this is my style for the day. What I've done is I've slicked back my hair, the edges, with the Eco Styler olive oil gel. But before I did that, I spritzed my hair with just some water. It's just an old bottle water, and it's got a little bit of virgin organic olive oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, and spring water inside. Oh, and a little bit of I think Tresemme conditioner I put inside here, and I just spritzed it. I didn't drench my hair with it, I just spritzed it, because I feel like when my hair type works well with a little bit of water before I apply a product. And so I applied the gel, and then I put like a silk headscarf around my edges just to lay it down whilst I did my makeup, whilst I got ready. And once I was ready, put my clothes on, I can then take it off, and then my edges were laid down nicely, and also gives it a nice sheen as well. I think this would be the go-to for everyday look, just to have this little band on my hair. But you know, the fact that I left my hairline out, I could part it sideways or from the middle. So I'll just show you the close-up of my hair. So I'm feeling, because my camera, I can't actually see myself, so I'm feeling the bigger knots. You can see the bigger knots here. You can see here, but because of the type of the hair, because it is curly, you can't, the knots are camouflaged. Yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm looking over there because I've got my other laptop screen, I can see myself. Yeah, I'm feeling the look is very Diana Ross slash Shannon T. Boudrum slash, or Shannon Broody, the beautiful woman Shannon, and Ella Air, because of the colour 27, and maybe a bit of Scary Spice as well. Mel B. I love this look. I wish I could grow my hair this thick. I could grow it this long, but I've never had my hair this thick before. Maybe that could be my challenge, to grow my hair this thick, even though I was thinking of cutting my hair into a TWA. But anyway, I love this hair. So I use in total roughly three packets, and I blended the colours together. So I used the ombre hair, and I used colour 2 and colour 4. So all in all, about 3 packets altogether. The hair feels so light, and I'm very impressed. It looks a lot, but it doesn't feel like a lot. And I always get I do my hair myself, and I can generally feel the weight. It just feels like it's my own hair on my head. Sleeping at night, it was fine. I twisted it at night I put a little bit of this product in. So it's the argan oil from Morocco, Style and Shine foaming mousse. I put 2 pumps in, and I smoothed it through, and I divided my hair into like 6 big chunky twists, put in a pineapple at the top of my head, tied the silk scarf into a triangle, and then I put the silk bonnet on at night, so everything was just piled up, all the hair was piled up, and I didn't feel the weight on my neck. You know, sometimes you get that. My scalp isn't pulsing, my scalp isn't itching. So far so good. It's only been one night, but I have positive feeling about this. But you know what, the true test, I feel like I'm talking very fast. The true test would be when I go to the gym and work out, because I work out regularly. The true test would be the sweat, the heat, how I would feel, how will it affect the hair, will my scalp get itchy, would I be able to rinse it? I aim to keep this in for about 3 weeks, but we'll see, because Alicia Wilkins always change their hair depending how I feel. And yeah, and I think as I go along, I'll, you know, cut little bits. I might cut it into a more diva shape, and just give it more shape, I suppose, so it's not so, you know. I'm sure the curls will drop eventually, so each day I'll just clip it off. I actually bought a razor comb to razor the edges, so, you know, if I cut it, I don't want the blunt edges. I'm not a hairdresser, so, you know I'm aware of the technique where you use the scissors and cut diagonally downwards, but I could try this comb. I don't know how it will work. I bought it just in case. Yeah, so this is the look. It took about 3 hours if I put all the hours together without stopping with my restless self. So if I took out all the breaks, food breaks, breaks on the phone, TV break, actually I don't know what my TV was in the background, X Factor break, yeah, about 3 hours, and I'm quite impressed. It was easier than I thought it would be. This takes a bit of getting used to, like I said. Just be careful not to drop your head with this sharp point, and tangle your hair with the hook. Okay, hook. Tips, I would say, before you hook the hair onto the crochet needle, I would wrap the hair around your finger first. It's like a little technique I developed, and then hook it on, and with a finger you close it and then you pull it through. I didn't really do it properly there, so I hook it, okay, and then see, because I've wrapped the hair around my finger quite tightly, quite taut, I am then able to hook the hair easier than if it was slack, because, you know, when it was slack it was actually quite hard, and I would grip the needle through the hair instead of getting like the full curl. Yeah, and the back was pretty easy. I just felt my hair as I did it, but, you know, I think I would, because it was my first time, it wasn't very good me filming the close-up, so I think I would, if I was to, no, I will do this again. I think I would like to do it on somebody else's head, so any volunteers out there, so I can film the process as I go along. But I think I want to become an expert at this. This is my challenge. Scary face. Yes, my challenge. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So now I've tackled that challenge, I'm thinking, what now? My life is empty. I need a new challenge. Challenge yourself. What is your challenge? What would you like to accomplish this week or for the future? So crochet braiding is like a new thing to me. A lot of ladies at my church have fabulous crochet braid hairstyle. Oh my days, it's really lovely crochet hair touch. Sometimes you can't even tell if it's their hair or pieces, extensions. It looks amazing, and my cousin's hair looked fantastic. So yeah, I think you can kind of tell it's not my hair, but I don't care. As in, you know, it's very theatrical and big, but at the same time I could get away with it if my hair was back, because my hair does, some people do have hair like this, you know. Yeah, but I know my hair isn't as big, but it takes some getting used to, and do you know what, I do love it. I feel fabulous with my hair like this, and if you feel fabulous, why not just rock it every day, huh? You know. Yeah, anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you like. So, right, that's the top, side, and back. Until next time. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. But yeah, make sure you braid your hair, comb around your hair well, because that's your foundation. Like anything in life, you don't want to start anything with a slack foundation, a loose foundation. So make sure it's nice and firm and nice and tight, not too tight. Like I say, you don't want your scalp pulsating, you don't want to pull out your hair, you don't want to have like a receding hairline, or you don't want any of that. So know your own strength. If you can't comb around, go to someone that can, and then try to do the crochet braiding yourself. Or if you're inspired by the crochet look, find a hairdresser that can do crochet braiding. It's a protective style. You know, it's getting colder out there, and you want to protect your hair. So I would recommend this. So I think I'll do a review after a week and see how it goes, and I'll, you know, in the review I will talk about the gym, how it's lasted at the gym, other people's opinions, what they thought of it. I love this hair. I keep looking at myself. I feel it myself. But I have to say to people, don't touch my hair, because like the more you touch it, I think the bigger it will get. And I don't like people touching my hair anyway. You know, when people come at you like, oh, your hair is like, where you going with the hat? Where you going? I don't go around touching people's hair. Stop. Just stop and say, don't touch my hair. Everyone, don't touch my hair. When you see the hand, you know it's coming for your hair. Anyway, that's it now. Until next time. Bye. Oh no, dream, believe, achieve. I still need to work on the whole outro thing. Yeah, so dream, believe, achieve. I will have a bedtime routine video uploaded very shortly. Anyway, until next time, beautiful people, have a lovely day. Bye. I'm just here gonna just film myself. Hey. Okay, enough. Bye.